Tonfa. Alright, good evening. Another attempt. He can't even break a door, incredible. Another attempt at boss cell number 5. With hopefully more success this time. I'll see how it goes. Otherwise, I rolled once again. I rolled the Tonfas. I already did last stream, which has been a while. And I'm gonna try and make the Tonfa work. I will keep on the roll for your weapon set thing that I've imposed upon myself. I forgot to read again. I do like these Tonfa. I just need to learn how. I just need to learn to consistently turn around and flight. But they're one of the more fun weapons to use. I'm not gonna buy anything. I am still also looking for blueprints, so I'm gonna try and get the Hunter Grenade. Thankfully, in this case, I already know what to exchange first. Absolutely love these things, actually. I will probably once again. The fact that you can jump past the shields is also kinda neat. What do I want to say? Yeah, the spiked dudes are gonna be a problem. I will probably die to them again. Ow. If I don't already die to these guys. Fuck. I looked in the wrong direction there, that's why the hit didn't connect, otherwise I would have probably lived. Oh well. The Tonfa are probably the most complicated weapon I've had in this game. So I'm not too mad about dying there, even though they're fun. Anyway, it's time for rolling. 4, first set. Well, Tonfas again. And immediate Hunter Grenade. As soon as I have enough money for them. Which 500 gold should be possible without too much of a hassle. Well, I'm gonna recycle that. I feel like the shield guys are the biggest problem, though you can just jump past them and hit them in the back, which is kinda neat. Ow. Be stunned, bitch. Okay. That is honestly a great shield to have. Just so you can actually line up. Enemies that are next to a wall are the easiest to hit with that. Okay, so this goes to the toxic sewers. Just need to use it more. Reveals invisible enemies that I'll take. Also interesting to note that the doors do count for the Tonfa critical, which is a bit confusing to me because it doesn't specifically say enemies. Actually, let me see that. First, hidden with this attack. Oh no, it's just hitting. Yeah, in that case, the door is actually kind of also similar to the... Similar to the crowbar. The door actually has a purpose with the Tonfas then. The emergency door. Shop? Yeah, that's weapons. I'll probably ignore that. Now, I still want to go to the ossuary. For the hunter thing I can get there. Which is... The weird runestone that just hangs around where I can get something with the hunter grenade. Wrong direction. Can we not have this stupid elite? Wrong direction again. And then I jumped too far. But it went better than the last elite. Like, the Tonfa does a good amount of damage. And apparently can kill rats out of the air. Which is also appreciated. Right, so up there, this is the promenade, which is where I'll probably go. And then up there is the path to the Arboretum. Yeah. Get me to the hunter grenade. I do have the root grenade, so we already have something to block enemies in. And I think that's about it. Okay. Promenade. I'm gonna do the damned vigor once again. In expectations of the coming curses. Also, I do have some weapons I can unlock. Oh yeah, give me damned vigor. I'm honestly not sure what to take with the Tonfa. Like what mutations? There's some Malays food. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave you here. Maybe I'll bring you in later. Right, the fourth hit. I need to make sure I actually hit that. Oh, the first hit, actually. But if it hits hard. And the weapon is apparently as confusing to my enemies as it is to me. Hey, hate when they just fly around on the walls. Okay. Nope. First, I need to use Me Hunter Grenade before I can get any new skills to be added. Firebrand. I do kind of want to try out all the weapons that are available. Oh, fucking hell, it's a legendary. I would love to take that, but no. I have given myself a mission and I will hold myself to it. At least for a few more runs. Sometimes I might just take something else. But for now, I'll hold myself to the goal I set for myself. Where are you going? I also am kind of lucky I got the cudgel. Like, I'm not happy about that. What kind of place did you set up your shop in? Holy shit. And that's not even a food merchant. Not even useful to me. Ow. At some point I'll probably have to heal. Oh yeah, they spawn now. Still don't like those grenadiers. Also, why do they spawn? I have zero melee. Oh yeah, I just healed. That's why I have zero melees. Okay, after a parry, attacking directly will not lead to success with the Tonfa. I have to, I think, roll back and then attack. Parry, roll back, attack. That should work. Whatever is more health. What do you offer me? Weapons. But yeah, I can't afford any and you're not selling Tonfa anyway. Just some free cells. Fighting the tentacles is gonna be an absolute nightmare with this thing. Now think about it. And as such, I think I'm not even gonna fight the tentacles at all. I think I'm gonna go fight... What is after the ossuary? I think the ossuary leads into the ramparts, if I recall correctly. So I can fight the concierge and the Black Bridge. And that will probably be what I'm doing. Well, I hear... roll and then attack with a jump. Not at the same time. Yeah, there's a... There's one of the training dummies behind below. Nope. I dodged by accident. And it worked out. Should not have been hit there. Should not have gotten hit there. It was bad. Morass of the Banished. That's a no. You can technically use this to extend your jump, which is kind of funny. Of course I'd fucking jump into that. It's gonna need another heal. Already lost 2 charges, that ain't great. Okay, hit me. So the parry actually is long enough, if you don't fuck it up. At a distance, I mean, specifically. Okay, so this goes to the prison. Is there anything I still need up there? The rose key and the scroll. Those I'll just quickly nab. I forgot that can happen. Now, none of these has a star above their head, so they will not drop a scroll, and that is the only thing that really counts. What's behind the door? Food shop? Please be a food shop. Should not have taken that much damage there. And I'll keep the scroll that shows me invisible enemies. The amulet that shows me invisible enemies. Close. Unfortunately. No. Alright, prison depths. Let's see if I die again. I'll also keep it again a bit shorter this time. Honestly, I think I'm gonna die, so I'm just gonna put some money into these. Honestly, unlock them so they can show up in the... So they can show up in the... Yeah, I would love to try them, but I've set myself a challenge. But now they can show up in the columns, and I may be able to grab them. Get me... the recovery... No. I don't think I'll be able to hit people with the tonfas for the recovery. Get me... Yeah, wait, fuck it, get me the initiative. Whoop. Now I just need to hit it. The first hit, if it hits, is always a crit. So, maybe I can. I will most likely just die here. Hunter grenade. Well, I'm gonna... Ah, fuck no, I want to grab you, but I kind of can't. Nah, whatever. Well, I died to the poison. I'm not too surprised by that. I'd actually hoped I could just hit the guy, but he teleported away, despite being stunned. Let's see what we get this time. Let me roll first. Column number 2. That's a 9. The Trident and the Pyrotechnics. Like, the Pyrotechnics kind of just wins that. Wait, that pierces all enemies? Not bad. What do I take with that? I think I'll take tactics with that. Maybe I'll get some good weapons, some good skills. And it is definitely just a ranged weapon, like, I can see that. Maybe I get some good deployables. Or maybe I get the parry shield I want. There's another telluric shock, but oil grenade would be good. And the oil... Well, would you look at that? Okay, so this goes to the toxic sewers. Toxic sewers. Over there, I'm pretty sure that's the toxic sewers. Yep. The explosive decoy would actually also be kinda neat. But for now, I first of all need the hunter grenade. And I need a slot for that. So... the decoy kind of has to wait. Arboretum, I guess. Yes, Arboretum. I kind of love this thing. Boom. How exactly do you work? You launch multiple frame, inflicts critical damage on targets covered in oil. But you throw 1, 2, 3, and then the first 3 just pierce the first target. Pierce the first target, except for the fourth missile, which explodes on contact. And deals additional damage, it feels like. Well, that went good enough. Don't need the carrot right now. Melee's cleared, so no more charging up. This is probably the promenade, yep. Where's the hunter grenade? This is the assassin's dagger. It's not to the right there. Ah, it's down there, okay. At the very start. Alright. Grab the carrot. Which thankfully isn't infected. And plan is probably the same. Promenade, the prison, ossuary, to try and get that stale. I think stale is the correct word. Damned vigor. The revelation that that actually works on curse was great. Otherwise, New Year has started. And my first action was to just take vacation for like the first week. It actually doesn't explode on the first target, it explodes on all targets. That's even better. Like the pyrotechnics I kinda like more and more. Well, this gonna sell you. Alright, whatever is more health, which is brutality at this point. It also staggers real quick. Get your barrel away from me. Get your stupid laser away from me. Starlight Sword or Highlight Sword? Unfortunately, no. Or fortunately, maybe. Shop. Ooh, well, I'm gonna keep with what I have, so weapon shops are actually kinda useless for me. Unless I get an exact upgrade of what I have, but I'm probably not gonna buy those yet. Wonderful. Rat. Ooh. Grant me more tactics. Absolutely hate that. And unfortunately, all the amulets I get are brutality, after I decided to go for tactics instead. My last tier has increased to 2 once again. Stun grenade would be great, but unfortunately... Unfortunately, I will have to decline. They kind of just... Is burning just way better than poison? Like, no question. Not even a question. Actually a question. Is... Damage to increasing movement speed after killing enemy victims freeze. You know what? The one I have is actually kind of neat. That is a story room, so I don't think I need to go there, but I will anyway. Order of the King. There's money in here. No, it's a weapon. Flawless. There's a nutcracker up there I can sell. How did I miss that the first time around? They're getting kind of annoying. They spawn in a lot more frequently than I thought they would. Where is... there he is. God damn it, can I parry? Alright. That heal was necessary, and it kind of also helps with melees a little bit. The Pyrotechnics doesn't have as good as vertical aim as something like the kunai, but it's still kinda neat. Alright, whatever is more health. Survival in this case. Like, it will be survival generally if both of them are on the same level, it's gonna be always survival now. Because survival is the big HP thing. Also, this should be the more... yeah, it's the morass. I really start to dislike those training dummies. Though, one positive, the... here. It leaves burning trails on the floor, and the burning trails do in fact hurt enemies through the shield, I'm pretty sure. At least it appears that way. Unless they're in water, where you can't really do that. Alright. Get the rose key. training dummy just being completely on its own is kind of weird to me. Like, why would that happen? I am way too impatient for these areas. I'm used to always jumping down, using the crash attack, and then rolling. I need to forget that muscle memory. What do we have? Nope. This is actually one of the few weapons I actively dislike. And at some point I'll have to use it too. Unfortunately. Don't die to the stupid spike maces. Okay, there's the depth. Sell the cap. Sell the shield. Sure, why not? It's the Tonfas. Unfortunately, not today. Should be... Yep, it's the Rose Key. How many enemies are there still? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not enough. There's a 7th further down, but... Ooh. Very carefully. The statue died, the training dummy died a second too early. The next is a 20, not 20. Let's see if it's actually a success. It is the loot. Which, again, not my favorite, mainly because of the sound. And it is a pure survival weapon, huh? Now, my shield is also survival. And so is the Medusa head, meaning that I can just go full survival, I guess. That's a heavy crit there. If I go full survival, yeah, stun grenade. Like, I will never complain about a stun grenade. Ow. I should have read again. So Castlevania is to the right. Hunter Grenade should be below somewhere. Yeah, my lace tier has increased because I'm an idiot and can't read or don't read. Okay, so there's a shop over there. This is the Arboretum. So down I go to the shop, and then the promenade should be behind that. Yeah, I don't really care about the shop. A single rat. They can spawn in every type of enemy, and they go with a single rat. Oh, I could have hunter grenaded this guy. Why didn't I? Onikura doesn't actually say me anything right now. It sounds like a it sounds like a game about demons, though, based on the name. Wait, have we talked about this game? Also, Happy New Year and good evening. Like, this weapon does kinda slap. Okay, there's a promenade. But no, I haven't tried it. I didn't even know it existed. I'm gonna be honest, there's too much stuff on Steam at the moment that I'm looking forward to. My wish list is like literally 500 games. Okay, to be fair, most of them I'm just waiting. Similar to Nine Souls. Well then, I'll have to check it out. I don't like demos though. I kind of just like buying and playing games. And if I don't like them, then it was a mispurchase. But don't like demos because they kind of spoil the game. I don't like demos or early access because of that. Shrek. Yeah. But still, I don't like playing demos or early access stuff because of possible spoilers, and especially if stuff is still getting changed. Especially if stuff is still getting changed, because then you get used to something and it stops working like that. Oh, a boss rush. Wait, is it a full boss rush, or as in bosses only? Because then I'd rather equate it to Fury, which is a game I still need to play. Okay, just one shot on that guy. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, and it's more like Fury than Nine Souls. Because part of Nine Souls is the Metroidvania, and for that you do need, like, normal, simple enemies. While the boss rush is focused fully on the bosses. Close. Bonk. 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 And I'll be honest, boss rush can be neat. Like, Fury is a great game, even though I haven't finished it. Yeah, still on that. I should maybe stream that from the get-go. Like, if you haven't played Fury, it's also a great game. And then, I think I've seen a trailer now that you mention it. Love me, Perry. But actually, there's actually a lot of like Metroidvania style games that I'm looking forward to right now. It's a 3D, but it's a boss rush. In my opinion, a really good one. With like one exception. There's a boss later on. This is actually the boss I quit on. That really feels like it's cheating, but like, I'd personally recommend it. There's a mimic around. Good to know. Can I actually, like, parry those? That's a good question. Like, the attack from above. It feels like I can't. Like, okay, so if you just hold the button, you do not get the combo. No. Whoa. Haha, be stunned, bitch. Like, I don't even know, because this is an enemy that shows up in the ossuary and like nowhere else, so I barely fight him. I don't even know if you can parry him. Okay, so here's the exit. Like, do not let it discourage you. It took me forever to get through 4BC. Bonk. Like, I will be fully honest, I got through 4BC basically exclusively on the advice of Easton. That was it. Skills... no. Go down to the food merchant. I have not nearly enough money for a flask charge, unfortunately. I also don't really like this weapon. Like, it slaps hard, but I don't like the sound of it. Oh, fuck no. How did I survive that? Yeah, I'm out of heals. That's not a good time. Two elites at once. Lovely stuff. How am I still alive? It's incredible. It's a mystery to me. Also, where's the food shop, please? Fuck. Well, at least I didn't have a blueprint. I also feel like the weapon, even though it slaps, that's a 12, even though it slaps pretty hard, the fact that, like, the scissor does the same by just holding the button makes it feel a little bit bad. Hyperlight sword. Oh, hard light sword. Do you mean the gold golem? Or the... I actually kind of dislike the weird goblin even more so. Two of them fucking what? Two of the crossbow boys. Okay. 7, that's the second column. I'm gonna download Fury after this. Maybe I play it tomorrow. I have time tomorrow. I've taken the week off. I basically have all the time. Second column, Spite Sword. Inflicts a critical hit if you took damage less than 8 seconds ago or if you cursed. Right. That kind of screams for the head flask. Or for the vampirism. The vampirism also deals damage, doesn't it? Honestly, I'd rather just have health than deal extra damage. Enemies that hit you freeze, extra jump mid-air, yeah, it's brutality. I will probably reroll its stats because I don't like... Actually, it has healing on it. But it's 1% of HP recovered per attack close combat. It's not 1% of its damage. But I mean, it's a heal. I would also like the cudgel more than the Alucard's shield in this case. Actually, any shield other than the Alucard's shield. Actually, Alucard Shield also does basically the same as the Iron Cudgel with the crit of the parry. Deals crit damage of the parry, yeah. Melee's tier has increased. Though if I'm over 50... No, wait. If I'm cursed, over 50% Melee's is the Spite Sword. The Frantic Sword. Yeah, Iron Staff. Actually, let me just see something. So that could work. Unfortunately, it has completely the wrong stats, so I'm probably gonna lose it after a while. Honestly, I think I'd rather just have the shield. Even though this is kind of funny. I could take the slow on melee attack to stack this even harder. No, think about it. Nope, I don't want that. And then we get a legendary. Increase damage you do by 50%, you take plus 30. You know what? Fuck it. I basically only play normal. I know that custom mode exists, I haven't really interacted with it though. I could. Like, I don't know, there's nothing that speaks against it. I just haven't, really. Alright, get me the Hunter Grenade. And off to the promenade. Like, what does custom mode do? Can you, like, exclude which weapons... Or which weapons you did... Or can you set which weapons you want to drop, etc.? I don't know what it does. Of an axe. Unfortunately, unfortunately I have the... this thing. What does it actually do? Generates a shield when used, nearby enemies stop bleeding, freezes nearby enemies in effect, and burns the ground around you. And then you just deal more damage. For how long? For 6.5 seconds. For now, get me the Damned Vigor. And looking at the clock, this is going to be the last run today anyway. Because I don't have that much time. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that, really. I feel like it removes part of the game to just have bad choices offered to you. Sometimes the point of the game is kind of like adapting, as is for most, if not all, roguelikes. And if you remove that, I kind of feel like that removes a lot of the challenge. Unless you go for, I'm gonna do this specific weapon and nothing else. In that case, yeah, I guess it's allowed. I would probably use it exclusively for I can find exactly this one item. And then I have to do a run completely with it. And if you do that, that's fine. I feel like that's the... If I would use the challenge mode, it's probably exclusively for that purpose and nothing else. Emergency door and the wings of the crow. Okay, you need to die, bitch. I feel like I really want to grab the melee slow, so I can stack the slows faster. Yeah, again, there's probably exactly one use I would use that for, and that would go without achievements. You would not have achievements in that case. Come up. Come on down. Okay, then don't. I can't imagine, like, stumbles. I do like me the stun grenade. Or the stun with a bat. Or the throwable object. Like, the throwable objects and the stun grenade are probably my favorite items. And I feel like a lot of that can be attributed to them stunning enemies. Like, I used to play Enigma in Dota, and you're literally just a stun animation. As Enigma. You spend 3 minutes in the jungle completely removed from every other enemy. Exclusively so you can exclusively just come in every 3 minutes and stun the entire enemy team for like 8 seconds. But anyway, as mentioned, I'm gonna roll my next set still. It's a 20. That's set number 4. Which is the shark. So that's the set for next time. Shark. I actually just realized it makes a sound. But yeah, for now, I hope... well, first of all, thank you for watching once again. And otherwise, I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night. And why do I have a buff? I do have a damage buff. Because I'm close to that? Huh, wait. But yeah, anyway, as mentioned, I hope you have a nice evening, hope you have a good night, and hope you have a nice week. Goodbye.